back, everyone. In this video I'm going to be installing this Air Equalizer Shocker Hitch right here that I installed already. I was searching online and I discovered this online, so I thought, you know what, I saw a lot of videos on it. I thought, you know, I'm going to give it a try. I wanted to smooth out my ride while towing. We're going to be going on a long 7,000 mile trip, and I don't want to be white knuckling it all the way. With the Equalizer hitch that I have already, I have a nice ride. I don't have the sway, but I need something to cushion my ride so I won't feel the trailer back there quite so much. And I want to put less stress on the truck and trailer while doing so. So I'm hoping this is a good solution. We'll see in the video. I'm going to show you in the video my current setup that I have prior to this, what I had, and then you'll see me install the shocker hitch, and then I'm going to take the trailer on drives before I install this and after, and I'll have a camera set up right here so it is right on the hitch itself, so you can see what's happening in this area for movement. You'll have to stick around to the end, and then what I'll do is I'm going to do those videos of me driving around after, and then I'm going to come back and give you feedback on how I feel about it. So let's get this party started and see how it goes. So before installing this shocker hitch, I just want to show you my setup. I have a Ford F-150 Lariat, and this is a 2375 Lance. Nice trailer. So over here, I'm going to show you my setup that I have now. I have an Equalizer hitch right here, and I like this one. It's a 4-point sway control hitch, and but the only thing is I get some movement when I hit bumpy roads. This could become like porpoising. Should help cushion some of this, and it makes it a lot easier on the frame, so you aren't tweaking so much, and it's not putting so much stress on the frame, and the trailer isn't probably having to bounce around so much, so it should be a much smoother ride. You can see here I put a camera here, a GoPro, and I drove the truck around towing the trailer, and I got a video of this area. I want to show you what it's going to look like before and after I do the hitch. So I'll show you that in a little bit. But I just want to walk around the trailer real quick and show you what this trailer looks like. The overall length of it is 28 feet, I think it is. And I really like this trailer. We both do, my wife and I. It's a really nice, clean, well-built trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here, taking this apart to install the shocker hitch, and hopefully I'll walk you through it step by step. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to take this whole head off here. I'm going to take these two bolts off, and down here first there's a bolt here to relieve pressure because this tilts, and then I'll take these bolts off, and then we're going to use this. We're going to mount this whole setup here onto here, and we won't be using this piece here at all. So the first thing they say to do is take a measurement right here to the top of the ball, and I have roughly 24 and a quarter, 24 and a half inches to the top of the ball. So after I put all this together, I want to measure again and make sure I have that same measurement. So that ball height is perfect right now for our trailer to ride nice and level and smooth. So we're going to try and get it back exactly where it is right now at that height. So I removed the old one. I installed this. This has got an airbag on it. I'm going to explain how all this works a little bit. But what happens is there's an air fitting here where you can air this up. So what you do is you make sure that there's no air in it. Whenever you're disconnected from the trailer or going to disconnect, you let the air out, and then you air it up after you're connected to your trailer. So let's go ahead, put this on. See, it lines up with these holes right here. So I'm going to have to figure out what ones I'm going to put it in. So it looks like it only lines up with these holes here. So let's go ahead and put this bolt in there. This bolt in here. Just like that. Set that washer on there. And then I'm going to take this bolt under here, tighten it up. Just get it snug a little bit. I want to check my measurement up to this from the ground. Let's see what I have. And it's actually the same thing, 24.25. So we're good. Same height. This worked out real well. I'm going to go ahead and put these lock washers and nuts on here, and then I'll come back to you. I got all the bolts tightened up. As you saw, it was really easy to change out. I just took it off this bracket here, installed the air equalizer in there, its place, mounted it, and then measured my ball height. It's the same. I'll put my bars back in. And so one thing I like to recommend is if you're going to be installing a shocker hitch on your travel trailer, they have all kinds of shocker hitches for fifth wheels and all types of trailers, that you contact them. You can go to their website or call them and take a look on their website, look at all the different hitches they have, get familiar with it, watch their videos they have, and if you want, search online to see if you see any videos or look for reviews on this hitch. And there's a few out there that you can watch, and this, I'm doing the best I can to do an honest review on this. And so I videotape, like I said, before I installed this and after, because I want you to see how it works, and I want to see how it works. I'm looking forward to this. And Shocker Hitch, I'll leave in the description below this video all their contact information that I find on the internet, and then you can give them a call. You're going to want to know, tell them, they're going to ask you a measurement for the height of this, and they're going to try and help you figure out your, if you got a drop or rise, what your drop or rise is for getting the proper setup here for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together, put the bars on, and back up and hook it up to the truck. So here's one grease fitting on this shocker hitch. And so you just pump into it with the grease gun until you have grease coming out of the joints down here, and then wipe off excess grease. And this is a grease gun that I use. You can buy another grease gun if you want. They have smaller ones if you like. So it's very important that you grease this. So now we're going to air up this airbag, and I'm going to use this DeWalt. It's a jumper and an air compressor all in one. So you go ahead and remove this cap here. We're going to air up this airbag. And then I'll go ahead and screw this on here. The nice thing about this air compressor, you could set a pressure and PSI when you're filling up your tires or anything to the pressure you want. So let's say I want to air it up to 40 PSI, because they say start at 40 PSI, and then you might have to air it up more because you want to have it so this bumper here is just off of this metal here, and you want it gap so everything moves around and you can turn this. So I'm going to try 40 pounds and see what happens. We might have to put more air, but let's get this started. When it hits 40 PSI, what will happen is it'll stop automatically. So we need to go more than that. I'm going to go to 46 pounds, see what happens. Looks like it's going to take more. I'm going to take it up to 55. And hopefully it'll lift off by then. Nope, go higher. I'm going to go to 60. So it all depends on what you have your setup, where you're going to set this at. Okay, we just got it loose now. The other side too is the same. So that was easy to do. I'll put the cap back on. So now that it's installed, I just want to show you. I measured from the frame down to the ground there and there before and after this hitch to make sure it would lay in the same position. So we could see we got this nice and level. This is all back together. I've checked everything and everything's in the same position. So we're going to go take this for a drive and see how well it does. Before we head out, I want to show you a couple things I almost forgot to show you. This here extended out a little bit, so I thought that I'd have to add on to my chains, but I didn't. I didn't have to add on to the cord either. So, and then also, take a look at this. I won't be able to open my tailgate with this hitch with my situation, so I'm not sure if you have a more drop than me, you might be able to open your tailgate. I'm not sure, so you'll have to check that out. It's not really going to bother me too much because when we go camping, what I'm going to do is I'm working on a project. I hope to have it done before making this video, but I never had time, so I'm working on it anyway. So what I'm going to have is storage inside the bed of my truck. It's going to have I'm going to have a hitch set up in there. I'm going to be able to put it in and swivel it and store it there. So when we're camping and then we go driving around, this won't be sitting on the back of my truck. And then also, when I go home, I park the trailer, I'll be able to take this off, put it in the back of my truck and keep it stored there rather than have it laying in the garage or somewhere in the trailer. These bars here, on another trailer we had, I had storage for them, so I'm going to have storage under here for those. So you're going to want to watch for that video, and I'll make sure I put it in the description below this video. And if you're subscribed, or if not, I hope you subscribe. You can keep an eye out for my videos to see me come out with that special setup. So take a look and watch for that. So here's a good view of this. Now that the Air Equalizer Shocker Hitch is installed, I'm ready to take this out for a test drive. So, like I mentioned before in the beginning of the video, I'm going to have a video with the camera here, pointed here, so you can see me filming this here before I install this and after. So you'll be able to see the movement prior, where everything is moving and how it moves here, and if there's stress, and then you'll be able to see this flexing on the road. So I'll be driving on like 3 different roads. So the highway, a country road, and then through a construction site. And then at the end, I'm going to come back to you and see what your thoughts are on it and share how I felt about it with the before setup I had and after. Well, that was an interesting ride. I learned some stuff from it. I hope that you were able to see the movement in the video that I just shared of the different roads and with the shocker hitch and without the shocker hitch. I wish everybody that watched this was able to ride in my truck to feel the difference in the two rides. So with this shocker hitch, I found the ride was much smoother than without it. I describe it as if I was driving without a trailer behind me, and it was actually a smoother ride in the truck than when I'm not towing the trailer. So when I'm not towing the trailer, the truck has more movement than with the trailer now. So I'd say this hitch has exceeded my expectations. We're getting ready to head out on a 7,000 mile cross-country trip, so this will be a good test for the shocker hitch. I'll try and make some videos on the road of the movement of the shocker hitch to share with you in a follow-up video. And then I'll give you feedback on how this performed, because I think a 7,000 mile trip will be really good on give me a good determination on how this works, the pros and cons. But so far I don't see any cons from it. I see a lot of improvement from it. It weighs a little bit more than the setup I have before, but it's well worth it. Like I mentioned before, I can't put the tailgate down, but that's okay. And every time I disconnect the trailer at a campsite or at home, I take this hitch off. My other hitch, I take it off, so I'm going to take this one off too. So I don't want to drive around with any hitch on the back of my truck for people to catch their ankles on and hurt themselves. So if you haven't done so already, I hope you subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit that all notification and you'll be notified of future videos. And then feel free to comment. Leave comments or questions down below. Other people read them, and you can share information with others. If you have one of these, you can tell people how it's working for you. Or if you have some other type of a hitch setup that works great for you, share down below. We're all in this together to share information so we can have a better ride with our trailer and share maintenance tips together with my videos. So give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you like. So take care, everybody, and happy camping.